Hello, everybody. It is your divine masculine energy reading today. Let's find out what is going on with the divine masculine and his or her energy. Because as you know, divine masculine is what we call the runner or the receptive polarity or negative polarity, twin flame. It's not really about male or female because a divine masculine, which I don't really like calling it divine masculine or divine feminine for this reason because it can be very confusing to people. Most of you guys get it, but there's a few of you out there that might be a little confused on this, especially if you just started out on your twin flame journey. But divine masculine can be male or female. So can divine feminine. So this is not about if they have masculine qualities or feminine qualities. What this is about is the flow of energy between you and this other person. You and this other person are connected because one body, I will say this backwards. One soul, two bodies. This body is also a representation of duality. So the twin flame bodies are a representation of duality. Everything in life is a duality, at least in this life, right? Not in the other dimensions that you're learning about, like the fifth dimension and such. But here in this world, we experience duality. And your twin flame and you are the physical dualistic representations of the singularity, the soul, which is what you are. And so just like this physical body also represents duality, you have two hands, two eyes, a left and a right hemisphere of your brain, and so on and so forth. Your twin flame is similar to that. So you have two bodies, and you are the one soul. Now you are the positive polarity, or the generative polarity, as I prefer to call it. So you have the generative and the receptive, which is you're the one who has what some twin flame coaches call the push energy or the positive energy. And your twin flame has the pull or the negative polarity, but I prefer to say receptive because if you have a battery, you have a generative, which is the flow, the outward flow of energy. It's the one that generates the energy. The other one is the one that receives it. And that's what happens with you and your divine masculine. So this is about their energy, which is really your energy. So you might see some similarities there. Now, how they act upon it may be incredibly different than how you would act upon it, but that's because of the body, the biological body's programming, the personality of the divine masculine, and how they deal with and how their mind deals with and processes and reacts to this energy. So we're going to start it out with who has divine masculine been? Who has divine masculine been in the past as far as personality and identity? Holy cow. The Tower in reverse. Divine masculine identity and personality has been somewhat chaotic. They are very much in a place of they need security and they're scared to death of change. So they feel very stuck all the time and they refuse to step out into the unknown where creation happens, right? So we can get stuck in like a perpetual loop of reality. What we believe and perceive is what we create through. And so therefore it shows up in our life, and then it just validates. And so we continue to keep believing the same thing about ourselves and people around us and our life situation over and over and over again. It's this law of attraction loop that we can get stuck in. And Divine Masculine is absolutely stuck in one that really actually isn't serving Divine Masculine very well at all. Whatever their karmic situation is probably not a good one. And it's all coming from the way that they're interpreting this energy and then the fear that it invokes. And they need to transmute that and learn to alchemize that so that they can create the life that they want. But because they're still very much asleep and they don't understand these universal laws and how it works, they keep manifesting the same kinds of situations over and over and over and over and over and over again. And they're just unwilling and unable to step out into the unknown and create something new, something different. So Divine Masculine is in a place of stagnation. They really, really need something to just come along and jar them and wake them up. And Divine Feminine, you absolutely played a role in starting the momentum toward that. You may not be seeing that happening in 3D reality right now, but that doesn't mean that behind the scenes it's not happening, okay? So what has Divine Masculine learned from some of these situations that they have found themselves repeating over and over again? What have they learned? Now they have the Star in reverse. So Divine Masculine's energy is just reaffirming all of their worst fears. And they have learned that fear, like they unfortunately, they've learned that fear is a reality. And so they keep feeling this way, which means that life creates more fear for them. And they are just kind of spiraling down as a result. And that's sad and unfortunate. This is not what we want for Divine Masculine. Your energy, though, you are the generative twin flame. So you are kind of like facing a lot of your own shadows, Divine Feminine, and putting out this like kind of new energy. And again, the Divine Masculine is the receptive energy, okay? So they're getting a lot of this energy. They may not have a clue as to what's going on because they don't. However, they are being affected by the change in the energy that is shared between the two of you. The more you ascend, the more Divine Masculine has these unexpected and unexplainable breakthroughs. And they have no idea where it comes from. They would never be like, oh, it's because of my Divine Feminine. But you, Divine Feminine, are seeing things from a much more elevated and higher perspective as the generative twin. And so you are going to be able to see that there is a parallel between your shifts and Divine Masculine's shifts. So they are learning and they are growing and they are ascending just like you are, because you already are in union with your twin flame. Even if your mind doesn't recognize it, the mind is what creates separation. You and your Divine Masculine are union at the core. You're one. So they have to ascend also, right? We're all here ascending, all of us. We go through an awakening and we just wake up to the fact that we're on a spiritual journey. But we've always been on a spiritual journey, right? Because we're the spirits having the journey. So Divine Masculine may not understand how this works, but they're absolutely still going through an ascension process, just like you are. It's just not going to look the same as your journey. It's going to be different. It's unique to them. Where is Divine Masculine going? What is this kind of pushing divine masculine toward, oh, whoa, oh, shoot, I just dropped a whole bunch of cards. Let me pick these up. Okay, one of them landed on my desk here, and the other one fell on the floor, the other ones. So I'm going to use the one that landed by itself. So where this is taking divine masculine, what a beautiful card this is. Where this is leading divine masculine is harmony, balance, happiness, fulfillment, joy, standing in one's power, knowing who they are, knowing what they want, and becoming the powerful manifestors of life that is all of our birthright. So divine masculine is heading in that direction right now. And we all know that it's a complete result of you, divine feminine. It just is. It's because of all of the work that you're doing. So you don't need to worry about what's going on with your divine masculine. You don't need to worry about that at all. What you need to think about and focus on is you. And I think that that's why this is showing up as this beautiful, like amazing divine feminine. Now, again, it's not about gender, okay? I think this is just kind of a, like, you know, a representation of how a lot of people view this kind of stuff. And you're seeing like this flowing, gorgeous, abundant, maternal, you know, creative representation on this card, which is where the twin flame journey takes both of you, okay? Because you're both meant to understand in your own individual ways, whether you're male or female, that you have creative power, okay? That you have the ability to birth and give forth what you want in this world, okay? And that can be all kinds of things: jobs, careers, education, you know, abundance, service to others, you know. I mean, the possibilities are endless for you guys. But it's about knowing who you are, stepping into your power as a creator, and then creating the life that you want. And this is a process that you guys go through, but it has to happen a certain way. And that will be guided by God and the universe. Okay, so trust the journey, you guys. Trust the journey. It's gonna give you what you want by first giving you what you need. Okay, the universe gives us what we need, not what we want. Sometimes that comes in the form of hard lessons, but it's all taking us to where we want to go. Okay, who is it that divine masculine can become? What is the possible outcome here for divine masculine? What is it that divine masculine can become? All right. Four of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse basically stands for new outlook, you know, new direction, new possibilities, and, you know, recognizing and being able to create new options. We have infinite possibilities, and we get to create the life that we want. And divine masculine is eventually going to step in the power of having a subconscious, a deep subconscious, like knowing and awareness. They're going to tune into that internal compass. And maybe they may not on a conscious level know all about spirituality and law of attraction and how it works, but on a subconscious level, they are absolutely going to know how to do this stuff. And they're going to be like the movers and the shakers and the leaders of this world. And it's just going to come from this deep inner knowing. And you, divine feminine, are going to understand it on a conscious level as well as a subconscious level. But you're going to see this kind of stuff manifesting in your divine masculine over time. And, you know, you're going to feel really, really good about it. You know, it's going to definitely collapse that polarization between the two of you, because you're coming into alignment with your soul, which means the mind and the body that needs to align with the soul and not the other way around, okay? The soul doesn't need to align with the mind. The mind needs to align with the soul. The soul is connected to infinite possibilities, and it is the creator of the life around us through this co-creation that we have with God, because God created you in God's image as a creator to be a creator. And you're here in this university of life, learning how to be a creator. So open yourself up to that divine feminine, and it'll be really interesting and fun for you to see how this affects your divine masculine. But don't focus on them, focus on yourself, and just be a witness, okay? Let them go. Let them go. You are already in union with your twin flame. That can't be given to you or taken away from you. It just is. You're one being, one soul, whole and complete already. This is just a process that you are going through for you to really self-actualize divine feminine. And it's a beautiful experience and process for both of you. Okay. At first, it feels like it's more of a curse to the divine feminine than it is to the divine masculine, but you're actually the one that's blessed in this, because you are the one who becomes conscious and aware. You're blessed to go through this experience of waking up and becoming very conscious. The dark night of the soul sucks. It really, really does. But, you know, it's part of the process. The things that haven't served you well, they have to be let go of. So I'm going to give you guys an oracle card here really quick from my Soul's Journey deck. And if you guys have not already done so, please like this video so that it can get out to more divine feminines. It would be helpful for them. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. We're a new channel, and your subscriptions really, really help us a lot. But your likes also do as well. It helps us with the algorithms, and we would very much appreciate it. We also love to hear your comments below. And in the description box below this video, we have options. If you have questions, you can email us a question. And also you can set up one-on-ones with either myself or Cam if you have a lot of questions and you just want to talk to somebody and get some information about your journey. We are very happy to help. All right, here is your card. And I am excited to find out what this is going to be about, because I can just sort of see it already. Surrender. I can release my need to control. This is probably going to be a great card for both you and your divine masculine. All right. You need to understand the distinction between power and control. You have the power of internal control, but very little external control over people or situations. The majority of your external control is through the power of influence. You can lead by example. Every soul has its own unique path, and it is not your job to dictate it. Giving advice or direction in a compassionate manner is the way to go. Your soul, too, has a path, and you possess the power to control it. But you must surrender the illusion that you have control over another. Remember that this is a process, and from time to time, your ego will rise up and demand that things be the way they should be. Envision a hot air balloon being loaded up with all of the things you think you need to control, and let them ride away in the balloon. You'll be surprised to find that when you release the energy of control and accept the energy of surrender, doors will open that you never expected, because you have now given the universe space in which to materialize what is needed for your highest soul growth. Again, you guys, the universe doesn't give us what we want, it gives us what we need. And if you want to get what you want, you need to align the mind and the body with the soul, because what the mind wants is not the same as what the soul wants. Okay, and so if we are out of alignment, it means we're still very much mind identified, which is very, very limited, and can also be a result of programming and manipulation through the world that we have grown up in. But the soul sees the bigger picture, so the mind should trust the soul. The mind is going to question the heck and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but the soul is a knowing, it's an intuition, and the soul is connected to this material world of form around us. So when we align our minds and body with our soul, and just allow it to bring into our world what we want, we will find that maybe what we thought we wanted at the level of the mind was just so limited because we couldn't see the big picture. And when we allow the soul and God to bring into our world what we truly want and desire from the level of the soul, it blows our mind. We didn't even realize that the abundance and the beauty was even that possible for us. So surrender means to let the mind and the body take a back seat and surrender to the soul, which can see around corners that the mind never can. Okay, so just trust that, trust the journey, trust God, trust the universe, and you will start seeing things manifest in the physical and material world around you, with relationships, with friends, family, with careers, and so on and so forth, in ways that will just blow your mind. So let your mind be blown, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for this reading today, for being here, for participating and supporting us. We really, really love you guys. Take care.